Okay, so this theme specific to I think they're called site origin themes, um, but I suppose it covers quite a few similar ones. This is what you'd see as the normal edit screen. There's a couple of additional bits on here. Now you generally with WordPress without a builder included get two tabs, visual and text. Those are the two you see. When you go from visual, you you, you see what the page is going to look like, and when you go to text, you'll see the HTML. So that's what you normally flick between. There's an additional tab here called Page Builder. Some others have a button somewhere else to change it to. Now the Page Builder is going to convert the page into the, the the inbuilt editing system for that theme. So when you click on Page Builder, what it generally does is take the content you've put in initially in the visual or text box, and it'll put it into one text block within their builder. So I'll show you that now. If we go on to, if I click Page Builder, say, would you like to copy this editor's existing content to Page Builder? When you click on OK, it'll put all the stuff that it normally does, and it'll put it in an editor box for you to edit later on. But I now have additional functionality. So visual and text has gone. I can go back to it if I want to, but that's gone for now. And I've got these new buttons here: Add Widget, Add Row, Layouts History, Live Editor. So from now on, when you're building content, if you just want to carry on doing what you've been doing before, make sure you're in the builder, the site builder, and you would add an editor function. And if I click on edit on this, you'll see that when it opens up, I get the same as what you had before. It's just in a different kind of skin. So it looks very similar. You've got the same stuff, and it is exactly the same as it did before. You can put text in there, you can do whatever you want. But having used the site builder, what I can now do is I can add more stuff to this. What I would start off by doing is adding a row to it. And when you click on add a row, it asks you, what do you want the makeup of the row to be? So this is by default 50-50. So it's going to split the row, the whole width of that area, in two. I don't want it in two. I want it just as in one. So I want one column, so the full width. When I click on insert, you'll see I've got now an empty blue box here, which is the row. And if I click on that and click add widget, I can add something to that box. Now the something that I'm going to add is one of the predefined widgets that are available that allow you to create stuff, and they're predefined, they're pre-created, and a lot of the time you just have to fill in the details, fill in the bits and pieces to get you through what needs doing. And if you don't know what to get an idea of what these are, you'd go back to the template, go to the site that was showing you what the template looked like, and then have a look through their stuff, because they will have pages that show you each of these things in turn. So I think the one we've been talking about is the person profile. Here's one. Here's the Prometheus theme person profile. If I click on that, it adds the person profile to my page, and when I hover over it, I get edit, duplicate, delete here, and they do the obvious things. If I click on edit, I then get asked to fill in the details. So the name of the person, the title, upload a picture of them, do an introduction, and then at the bottom here I can add a social icon. So if I click on that, I can add the link to their LinkedIn profile, Google, whatever social platform you want, and then I can either change the icon that goes with it here, or I can use another icon from Font Awesome. Different subject. Don't do that. Okay, I'll tell you that later if you want to know about that. Yeah, so that's the person builder. So you'd fill in those details. I'm going to delete that. There are lots of other things. This is the Mannerborn Winterbourne Stoke wedding show. What I probably suggest we'd put in here is I'd add a widget, and I would use a Google map. So I put a Google map in there. Click on edit, fill in all the details here, and this will add a Google map to the page. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go and get the API key, and I'm going to fill this in. Okay, so I've got my API key now. This is the link there will tell you how to do it, but you can copy it from this one whenever you need to. Put it in a text file, save it for later. There's the API key. You need to put a map center in now. Now, one of the things that you've done basically with Google Mapping is you've used a service called geolocation and address lookup and stuff, which means that if you put a postcode in here, the connection you've got with Google should convert that postcode into a geolocation for you to show it. There's that map there. Now, I'd probably put this to about 14 because you want it fairly close in, because people want to see whereabouts it is in. The postcode will get them to the location and with their GPS or whatever they're using, but they want to kind of see where it is. So I'd put that to about 14. And I'd probably turn scroll to zoom off, because it's annoying when you're scrolling down a page and you get to the map and then all of a sudden the map zooms out or zooms in or whatever. So I normally turn that off. If I click on done and then preview the changes, you'll see that by simply adding the postcode and the map center, or the API key, sorry, I've now added a map to it. So I've put two bits of information in. I've now put it in. I'm probably going to edit this, and I'm probably going to change that zoom level to 16. I'll click on update. Preview those changes. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, I like that better. So that's at 16. Okay, so that's me added a map. So very simple. If you're not already on this, on the top here where you've got visual text, site builder, make sure you click site builder. That'll put all your content into one of these editor boxes, and then you can start adding more widgets to the page. Okay. If I select this area here, I'm adding a widget to this area. If I select the blue area here, I'm adding a widget to this area. Okay. If I drag this, and I can put it into this one if I want to, so they can be in the same one. And on this here, I can delete this row. Are you sure? Yes. So that'll go. And like I say, if I want to add a row, I click on add row, and here I can say the size of that row, or rather the split of things in that row. If I insert that, you'll see that I've now got 3 separate boxes. Okay, and I can, if I want to, I can go back and I can edit it. So if I was adding, for example, the person boxes to this, I'd add a new row because it's split into 2, whereas this is a single row. And I'd click on one of the boxes. I'd add a widget. I'd add the Prometheus theme person box, the person profile here. Click on the edit button, fill in all the details. Okay, put the social icons in. If you put a link to their web address, strangely, there's nothing here to donate a website. So I'd put the link to their web address and change this to globe, FA globe. That gives you the world symbol. I suppose it symbolises www dot. I'm not sure, but that's what I would do. Put FA globe in, and then add your another person profile here, and so on, and keep adding them to however many you've got. Okay, but I'm gonna delete this row now. I'll click on update, and that'll update it. What I might do though while I'm here is I might just clean this up a bit. So if I edit this, you'll see that one of the things that we've done, we've got this picture here. So this picture is what's being used in the for the featured image. and we don't need that. Now we've got these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 image. 7, 8 images. Just I think they've been individually placed on the page, which isn't great. So we probably want to remove those images and put a gallery on there. And the reason for that is that having put these 3 on here, it's basically added them to the width of the page, or maybe you've set the size of them, but nothing happens to them when you click on them. So let's have a look. So yeah, nothing's going to happen. So I can't see this bigger. So if I'm looking for a venue, I'm looking to look at the venue itself, and the fact that these do nothing else, they don't really add much to it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove them. Now, I'm not going to individually remove them, so one after the other. I'm going to go into text here, and this is your content, and I can see this stuff here are the images. I'm going to get rid of these spaces as well. Get rid of them. I'm gonna move that more link down as well. Go into visual. I'm going to click on done. So that's got rid of all the images. So the images are no longer in an editor, but I need to put the images back on here. So I've selected this. I'm going to add a widget, and I'm going to look for what I think is the best kind of image system. So either there's site origin image there, single image, so that doesn't fit. I'm looking for some kind of gallery. Now, if you don't see one available to you, potentially they're using the inbuilt functionality for galleries anyway. And you might find that if I just put my cursor down here, click on add media, when I'm adding media, yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not sure which ones it is I'm adding. I don't think it's that one. Instead of just clicking on each of them, if I click create gallery, then when I select an image, you'll see that I get a tick box come up against the image. So these 2 images, that one was on it. Fairly sure that one was there. That one was there. That one was there. That one, I'm fairly sure there's only 6. I'll check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, there's 8 of them. So I think it's all these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So those 8 images there. So that's me creating a gallery. These are the images that are going to go into my gallery. When I click on create new gallery, I can caption them if I want to, but probably on the important one is the type of gallery I can put in. Beauty gallery, bigger first image. I'm just going to stick with beauty gallery. Click on insert gallery, and it's got those pictures. So they look as if they're in there, but when I click on them, you'll see that they're grouped as one now. So when I edit them or delete them, I'm deleting the whole thing. When I click on done and I preview the changes here, I'll have a look at this and see what this looks like, because I might not like it. So I'll go into Mana Balm. This is now what it looks like. But the thing is, though, that it's put them in. It's made them look as if they fit on the page. But probably more importantly, they're going to do something when I click on them. So when I click on one of them, I now get the larger image, and I can cycle through them. So if I'm looking at a venue, then I'm seeing the pictures. There's a couple of things I'm going to change back. So I don't like the gap there, so I need a bigger gap. If I go back to the post and edit this here, if I click on there and just put a return on there, there's too much of a return there. So you'll see that for some reason there's been a double space put in there. So I'll take that out. Click done, update. Now when I view the post in a new tab, you'll see that we've tidied it up a bit. Or more importantly, what we've done is we've used the functionality built into the template so that it looks like it fits. So yeah, that's just trying to get you to improve slightly on the functionality on it. That the start point is use the site builder, add widgets and rows, and then start adding bits and pieces to it. And by adding these widgets, what you're going to end up with is content that fits in the box. Done.